If you understand the system you are in, you can.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastically well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Now, if you're in the UK, wow, what a week this has been. From a landslide elections to the Labour Party, congratulations to our new Prime Minister. And thank you to our outgoing Prime Minister. To England, the Three Lions getting through to the semi-finals. Well done for showing us the level of showmanship and professionalism in your football. Shout out to Saka. What a goal. What a moment. And also to the wonderful Grand Prix. Shouting out, celebrating uh, our British champion, Lewis Hamilton, for taking the lead. What a show that was. It was amazing. It got me excited. And I do hope that you also got excited. Anyway, on to probably more relevant things. Last week, we started off with part one of vision, responsibility, and value, where I shared with you a conversation with my friend, Pastor Smart. And I do hope that you have enjoyed it. A lot of people have reached out to me saying thank you for sharing this valuable information, Pastor Smart. Again, shout out to you. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable lessons and experiences with us. This week, we take on part two. Now, I hope you're ready for what he has for us because it's taking on a bit deeper into the conversations that we were having. But he expounds on his experiences. He expounds and sharing with us some of the things that he shares with his mentees about not just wealth creation, but mindsets and mentoring and capacity building. My goal for you, my dream for you, my desire for you is that in this information, as you listen to it, that you will grow, that you will start implementing some of the strategies that he shares. Now, if you have any questions, because some of the stuff that is maybe you'd like some clarity, let me know, and I'll definitely be more than glad to respond to you, and also to probably ask Pastor Smart to respond to some of your questions. Do enjoy today's message. Here we go.
Sir, there's something we do in our mentorship that we share with everyone.
Yeah.
There are 5 countries in the world.
Yes.
That if you live in those 5 countries,
Uh-huh.
first is United Kingdom,
Yeah.
America,
Mm-hmm.
Australia,
Yeah.
New Zealand,
Yes.
and Canada.
Uh-huh.
If you were born there from the day you were born, from age of 21 to 41, if
Yes.
you are not a multi-millionaire, it's your fault.
Wait, from the age of 21 to
21
41,
to
within
41.
20 years.
Within 20 years, if you are not a multi-millionaire, it's your fault. Why? Why do I say that?
Yes.
Because those 5 countries, the system in those countries, if you understand the system, you can use the system to create enormous wealth for yourself. It doesn't matter what you earn. And we show it critically, even if you start with minimum wage.
Yes.
Sir, those countries is like the water that is moving at 5 stroke.
Okay.
And let's say the best swimmer among us, you can take 2 strokes in a second.
Yes.
The water is moving 5 strokes in a second. If you are moving against the water, the maximum you are doing is what? 2 strokes.
2 strokes.
So
You're gonna drown.
if you are moving against the water, even at your maximum
At your
efficiency,
best,
you are still moving backward.
Even if you double your effort.
Even if you double it. But let's say somebody that is moving along with the trend of the waters, and then you are just making 1 stroke. You're not doing 2 or half a stroke. You've already done 5.5 or 6 or 7. If you understand the system you are in, you can leverage on the system to create enormous wealth for yourself. For example, the one we do. Let's take the base, the minimum wage. Let's go for somebody working in Tesco.
Yes.
Is earning 1,750.
Yes.
And he's stacking shelf. Or working in McDonald's.
Yes.
That's minimum wage.
Correct.
But let's say the guy is 20 or 21.
Yes.
But if you meet somebody like us with our organization,
yes,
we tell him, give us 20 years.
Okay.
And we will sign an agreement with him. Once we sign that, we will sign an agreement with his office. Out of his 1,800, it's just 750 pounds we will take out of it every month for the next 20 years.
Okay.
And we live on the rest. And we will tell him, okay, you are 21 now, 20. Don't go and buy a big house. Get a room that you are paying maybe 500, 450. Then make sure the room is close to Tesco. Don't ride the bus. Get a bag from one of those charities and be riding by. Buy food at home and all that. You can live on that 1,000. You can live on the 1,050 pounds for the month.
True.
Sir, that's 750. We will never put it in savings account. How much did you think that S&P 500 did last year? We will put it an income generating system. Let me give you an example, sir. S&P 500 gave 24%. That is, you are not doing anything. Don't put it in savings account. No, don't put it in savings account. But let's say we don't even do S&P 500. Go for one of those income generating accounts. There are many of them there. You have Schwab's, you have Vanguard, you have St. James's Place, you have all of them. Some of them, as in the last 15 years, they have yielded between 10 to 16%. Don't let's even use 10%.
Yes.
Let's use 7.8%.
Okay.
Now, when we put that money, 750 a month in that account, it will never see because it's direct debit from his account.
Yes.
In the next 20 years, in real estate, when I show you step by step, because it will not be able to buy the first property until after 3 years. When you think about cumulative interest of such, in the next 20 years, this guy will have minimum of value of portfolio of 24 million pounds.
Wow.
24 million pounds, of which equity inside that 24 million is more than 13 million.
Oh my goodness.
So if anybody now says, oh, no, the system is too, no, it's because you don't understand the system.
So, one, I need to have the desire.
Yes.
Two, I need to forgive those I'm blaming and take responsibility.
Oh, sir. The danger of anyone that is blaming any other person for their success, they never get successful. They never.
But smart. I was born this way. I was fat since the day I was born. My great grandmother was poor. My mom, nobody in our family is rich.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you are in those 5 countries that I mentioned.
It's possible for me.
It is possible. Now, what I showed you is something that is already happening with somebody, with 3 people that we are training. The first one, that guy is 19 years old. And this is another thing I tell, I'm not an advocate of people going to university. No.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not. Because it is overrated.
Fair enough.
Any child that is, by the time you are in your lower 6, by the time you are 16 years old, if you do not know the course you want to go and do in university, and what is the market value of that course,
yes,
there's no point in going to university. Go and do an apprenticeship. Because that way, by the time you do apprenticeship, you will have learned a trade that you can earn something on, and you will get a degree at the end of it.
Very true.
For example, sir, you know that there are so many courses in our university that are totally useless.
Very true. I totally agree.
That many of them will never get jobs. And the jobs that we get is probably 18,000, 25,000, or 28,000 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah. And they will have over 60,000 loan on their head.
Yes.
And on that 60,000 loan, they are paying interest of 6.8% for the student loan that they've gotten.
Yes.
Okay, imagine thousands or even millions of that to somebody that is a bricklayer. A bricklayer makes an average of 300 pounds a day.
Yes.
A joiner makes an average of 250 pounds a day.
Yes.
A roofer that has 6 years experience plus makes 600 pounds a day. A roofer that is young will make an average of 300 pounds a day. There's a program I went for in London, young professionals. It doesn't matter what you want to do. There is apprenticeship for it. You want to be a nurse? If you are not sure, before you go to uni, go and do apprenticeship. You want to be an engineer, BT, go and do apprenticeship. Don't waste your time going to uni. It is only if you are sure of what you want to go and do in uni, and you know the market value, and if the market value is less than 48,000 to 50,000, there's no point.
You're going to be on a deficit by the time you finish.
Yes, don't go to uni. Go through the route of apprenticeship.
Find another way.
Find another way. You will still get your degree.
This is so enlightening. And I know there's a lot more. You have taken us from the basic point of thinking we can't to turning the ship around to I am responsible for my results.
You are totally responsible. When you become restless, even if you think people have made mistakes and you make mistakes, and they have put you in that situation, because sometimes life happens.
Yes.
You make mistake, and the mistake you have made has made you to be in the situation which you are. Or the people you trusted, they have betrayed your trust, and they have made you to be in a very bad situation.
Correct.
The book even said, even with that, when you say enough is enough, the yoke will be broken. The day you say enough is enough, do you know why? Because we are spirit beings. Your spirit starts to speak with the element of the atmosphere. Your spirit starts connecting with people that will make things happen. Why is it that you get to a room, somebody you never knew from Adam, you just don't like him?
Yeah.
Why is it that somebody you never knew from Adam,
yes,
you just like the person?
It happens, yes. That's a very interesting question.
You see, as a man thinks so easy. The way what you feed yourself with, you will start behaving like that unconsciously. Right. And as you start behaving like that, your spirit will start connecting with people that of like minds.
So I am used to thinking I can't, I'm not, it's not possible, it's not for us. And I go into this room full of guys who they seem to have. I will attract the people who are in the similar mindset like myself.
If you get to such room, successful people can smell from distance, time wasters. They will not attract a single one of them. Why? Because your mindset is not you. The person will become a leech. A leech is somebody that he wants to just stand on other people's success without putting anything for it. Anytime you see, it doesn't matter whether you give a little or you give money. You must just give some. In life, nothing is free in life.
Okay, that's a big
I have mentor in everything. My mentor in shipping. I just used to see this man, that this man is a multi-millionaire, very successful. But I wasn't close to him. And when I started with him, I was already successful in properties.
Yes.
But on Friday, I stopped everything I was doing. When I get there, I drive him so that he can be on the phone to do business. I help with some of the things that they wanted to do there. Then I got one of my staff to help them with their backlogs. To cut a long story short, I spent about 8 months there. He told me, he said, Mr. Smart, you are the first person that has added value to our business. Everybody that comes, they want to either gain money from me or what they can gain from me. That's what they're after. Well, after that, we started doing business together. This man is one of the best shipping agents in United Kingdom. He's always getting awards. So when we started doing business together, is almost 30 years experience. The first business we did together, we share profit 50-50.
Wow.
Why? Because when I came, I just didn't come to just be a
You
leech.
didn't come to take.
Yes, I
You
came
came to give.
to give and to learn. And he saw that in it that in spite, I could be on my own phone making calls. No, I canceled it. I was the one driving it. Sir, what I gained was much, much, much more than what I gave. I'll give you another example. Somebody that helped a sheikh in Saudi Arabia. Because he helped him. He said, what do you want? He said, I want a golf club.
Okay.
The man was expecting a set of golf club. My son have a golf club that we bought. It's quite expensive. So he was expecting, he thought that the sheikh was going to give him a very lovely, expensive golf. So the next time, a month later, the man called him, the sheikh called him. He just gave him a box. I said, this is not golf club. He said, he opened it. What he saw inside was a golf club key. A whole golf, the ground, the catching, golf club, a club. You see, when you're with great people, they will expand your capacity, not the way you are thinking.
Hold on a second. The guy asked for a golf club.
He just said golf club. He didn't say whether this golf club, and that was
said the word.
Golf club. But the sheikh was thinking differently.
Oh my goodness.
The sheikh was thinking differently. He got him a golf club. C-L-U-B.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
You have to continue to say, okay, and how do you expand your capacity? Read books.
Okay.
Change your mindset. Read books of successful people. People can mentor you from distance without knowing you.
So what you're telling me then is, for me to succeed in any of the seven, I summarize the life that falls within seven areas where we have relationships, emotions, the physical well-being, time, money, and career, including spiritual well-being. And you're saying it's possible for someone to expand their capacity. And one of the places to start, well, costs pennies really, is read books.
Read books. After getting to a particular level, I encourage people, have a mentor in everything you do.
Yes.
And then when you are choosing your mentor, you have to, I always use this analogy, never ask for financial advice from a poor man.
By all means, clarify yourself.
In that any time you want to choose a mentor, look for a mentor that is very successful in the sector you are looking for a mentor in, and he's been doing it for long, and he's still presently doing it. Don't look for a yesterday success.
Yes. Okay.
Because the method the person knows might be obsolete. So never ask for financial advice from a poor man. For example, this is what happened, especially in our community. Your uncle, your aunt, your friend, they love you very much.
Yes.
They want you to be successful.
Yes.
And they are giving you advice. But look at their lifestyle. Are they successful themselves?
Not really.
Okay. The reason why they are not successful is because they don't know the wisdom or the path or the leverage or the method and the techniques, what they need to do to have the success they need to have. But they love you. So they can only teach you what they know.
I see.
They cannot give what they don't have. But they love you. And they will say, oh, my friend, my cousin, my niece, Ernest, oh, don't do this. Don't do that. This is too dangerous. Unlike you see somebody, let's say this man is into real estate, yes, or this man is into oil and gas, or this man is an IT guy. He's been doing it for long. You can see the result. Result never lies.
Amazing.
You can see the result in their life. And they've been doing it for long. Not the one that have just done it for a year or two.
Yes.
No. Anybody can stumble on success.
Okay.
Oh, yes, there are some success that you can stop. For example, in real estate, in the year, between the year 2005 to 2007. It doesn't matter what you do. You will make money. Why? Because the bankers have already messed up at that time. But how many people have been doing it for 10 years, 15 years? They have seen around the corner. They've seen all the system. They've seen the circle of it. And they're still successful. And they are innovating. They are reinventing themselves. And they know the different cycle of that sector. Those people are the people you need to ask. Those people have been around the corner for a long time. Yeah. Those people, they are still very successful. So if they see a pitfall, they can notice it from distance and tell you, no, this is not going to work.
Very interesting.
So apart from reading, because with reading, you are expanding your capacity. Yes. You are getting to know others have done it. If they can do it, I can do it. This is the method by which. Then with mentors, mentor will be able to tell you, yes, you don't need to go this way. Things that might probably take somebody else 10 years. If you have a mentor, it might take you less than that. It might take you 2 years. It might take you 2.5 years. A mentor is somebody like, you are like sitting on the shoulder of a giant.
Yes.
You are able now to see above every other person. You are leveraging something that would have taken 30 years. You are now leveraging it.
You're cutting short the time.
Yes.
And you're leveraging the other person's experience.
Yes.
And they're giving you the grace of their experience, so you don't have to necessarily pay the price.
No, you pay the price. There's a price to pay for everything.
Okay.
There is nothing free under the surface of this earth.
That's
every single good thing you pay the price. This is the area where if you are getting a mentor, there is no mentor that we want you to come and then you will not be. They want to see you successful.
Yes, 100%.
They want every successful 100%. Man. If they see somebody that is yearning for it, that is teachable, that wants to learn, they want to invest, they want to put into that person. Why? Because you can go quicker than what they have done. They've seen around the circle. But if they see somebody that is not teachable, that is in their old ways, they don't want to waste their time. They see somebody that thinks everything will fall on their laps. Like I will give you an example. There was a guy that when he came, I was the one that went to pick him at the airport.
Okay.
He has heard that I was successful. He was expecting me to give him money. I gave him a book. It was 2.5 years later that he said, oh, if what he thought, he said, this man that thought he was going to give me about 200 pounds, he gave me a book. And even the book I gave him, I did not give him my own copy. Because I don't give out my copy. Yes. I went online, I bought him his own, and I sent it to his house.
Okay.
7 years down the line, this man had an equity of 397,000 in his account.
Wow.
He was now telling me, say, Pastor, he was prostrating in my office, said, when I first came, when you gave me book, he said, I dislike you.
Of course.
I said, he said he really disliked
I don't like this guy.
This man, no. I heard he's a successful man. How come he's giving me a book? He's not giving me money. Then I started telling him, the guy, after I was teaching, the man wanted to go to uni. I said, don't go to uni. You will waste your time. You're already almost 40. You will go to uni for 3 years. By the time you come out, you'll be 41.
Yes.
Then you'll be competing with children of 21, 22.
Yes.
I said, I wouldn't employ you, I will employ somebody like that. I said, go and learn this trade of care. I said, they will teach you for 8 months. In that 8 months, you'll be earning money. And that's how he started. From there, he got his first property, got his second property, got the third, got the first, and now we check the equity on all of them, 387,000.
Wow.
He said the people around him, some people have been in this country for 20 years, they have not achieved what he has achieved. That was within 7 years.
Goodness me. So when you get to know the person who's done the work, and they've done it long enough that they have their own life testifies that they know what they are doing.
And they have track record.
And they have a track record. And if you're coachable, listen to them, put your head down, and just follow. And if they give you a warning, heed to it.
Yes.
because they've been around a few times.
And before they will allow you to get close to them, they will have tested you.
Interesting.
Okay. Let me tell you about my first mentor in properties, Mark Collins.
Yeah.
He mentored me for about 2.5 to 3 years. Because of my drive for success, I eventually became his mentor in property.
Okay. So the tables can turn.
Yes. Oh, the time. Yes. The mentee can become more successful than the mentor. It depends on your drive.
That is very interesting. So growth has not the level of growth that we can achieve is purely limited by our own capacity.
By our own capacity.
So if we stay hungry, stay seeking, and stay on the edge, there is no limit.
There's no limit. Yes, there are some level of wealth I do not want.
Okay.
Because the cost of achieving, for example, 10 million is not the same as the cost of achieving 100 million. It's not the same as the cost of achieving 1 billion. It's not the same as the cost of achieving 10 billion. Right. It's not the same as achieving 100 billion. Every one of them have sacrifices to it. For example, let's use Elon Musk. Elon Musk, you said his wealth is about 287 billion.
Yes.
Do you know Elon Musk? There was a time for over 3 years, he was sleeping in a small cubicle in his office.
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years. He didn't have time for anything. There are some people, the cost of their success is their health. Yes. They travel a lot. Okay, imagine that you are in, even if you have your own private jet, do you know how fast a jet is moving? You are moving at minimum 750 kilometers per hour. Your body is moving at that rate. Imagine how many times a year that their body is moving at that rate.
There is a cost.
There is a cost. Okay, what about family costs?
That's a big one. I was about to come to family because I think that's one of the biggest places where we have to get into grips with it. What does it cost the family? How do you manage the emotional cost? Because I believe it's an emotional cost because then it affects how you communicate with your spouse, your children. They are not seeing you. How do you pay them back without presenting the wrong image?
Okay, you see, that is why everybody has their own values.
Yes.
There was a business I was meant to do about 4 years ago. That business, I turned it down.
Okay.
The guy that was meant to do the business with, he still did not know till today why I turned the business down.
Okay.
But the reason why I turned it down is because I know that business well. I know what it will take. And I was not ready to pay the cost. There was going to be good money. But if I do it for me, some of the decisions I have made for my family, for my children, and for my wife,
that was not the way to go.
No. Okay. One of the things is when I want to go and pick my children for school, I want to be the one to pick them so that we are talking.
You have the conversation.
We have conversation and all that. If I do that business, I will not have time to go and pick them. I will have the money to send Uber to pick them.
Yes.
I will have the money to send a private car. It doesn't matter how expensive.
Yes.
But I will never have those relationships with my children.
I see. So to protect the relationship, you have a mutual agreement. You evaluate the cost.
Yes.
Of both parties, because for you, you're doing the work, but for her, there's a price for her to pay. And on top of that, you also evaluate the price that the entire family will pay. Because when you're out away by yourself,
it will break the whole family apart. I have seen quite a lot of rich people that their children dislike them.
Right.
Because the money is there, but the children don't have time for them. The children dislike them.
So they have money and they have a stranger at home. Well, whenever the stranger is around.
Yes.
Because He's never there.
Okay, I'll give you an example of somebody. I will not mention the name. The guy is a multi-billionaire. But I have seen him several times. He's just coming from Singapore. He just comes in, get to the office, went to his house, showered, slept for 3 hours or 4 hours. He's gone again.
Okay.
And he has his own island. He has anything you want to name in this world. He has it. But to build the business and to maintain it, there's a cost for it. So every level of success, there is a cost. You have to look at the cost. Then I would say for every form of success, at least the minimum one that we make you to be so that you're not working for money, the cost is worth it.
Mind-bending, soul-searching, experience sharing, capacity building. Right? This conversation was deep. I am still learning from it. I'm enjoying listening to him. I'm enjoying listening and gleaning and taking those wisdom nuggets and putting them together and taking action. Because at the end of the day, information which is available out there does not change us until we take action. I want to say thank you so much. Join me for part 3 next week.
You need to do something that you control your time, because whoever controls your time,
go and make big decisions, take bold actions, learn, live, and love. God bless you. See you next time.